dogs, amazing creatures in our lives, beings with deep emotional attachment to their owners. They do not possess abstract concepts like death or loss in human understanding, but their sensitivity and instincts make them highly perceptive of any changes in their environment and the condition of their loved ones. The absence of their usual owner is not just a loss but a serious psychological ordeal that often causes stress, intense anxiety, and even signs of depression. Four-legged animals are social creatures. Their lives are closely connected with communication. They not only need contact and attention but perceive it as an essential part of their security and emotional well-being. In their understanding, elements like care, understanding, support, and simply presence are vital. A dog doesn't just receive these elements, but also gives back unconditional love, loyalty, and devotion. When their owner disappears from their life, whether due to moving, illness, or death, the animal experiences a profound psychological shock based on feelings of uncertainty, fear, and grief. Research shows that dogs possess an incredible ability to notice and react to changes in their environment, even when these changes are related to a person's internal state. They sense the disappearance of their owner's familiar scent, hear a change in their voice, or notice the absence of routine footsteps. Usually, dogs wait for their owner's return for a long time, listening for sounds that remind them of footsteps or voices, and may sit by the door or their usual spots. These expectations can last for years, sometimes even a lifetime, and often the animal dies without ever learning the true reason for their absence. How does a dog understand that their owner has died? Although dogs don't possess the ability for abstract thinking or contemplating death as humans do, their instincts, sensitivity, and memory allow them to sense such profound changes. They perceive the disappearance of familiar scents, the alteration of sounds, or changes in their owner's demeanor. For example, if someone was seriously ill or had a chronic condition, the dog might notice weakness, changes in breathing, or hormonal shifts, sometimes signaling that something is wrong. In some cases, pets even caught on to hormone fluctuations or stressful states caused by illness, and may have tried to warn the person by showing heightened concern or attempting to attract attention. After the loss, the dog confronts a new state of confusion, sadness, and a complete loss of their usual routine. Early signs of grief in dogs: loss of appetite. This is the most noticeable and common symptom. The animal refuses to eat or drink, which can last for a few days. This behavior is caused by strong stress and internal suffering. It's important to monitor hydration levels and consult a veterinarian if necessary to rule out physical causes. Apathy and decreased activity. The formerly active and playful dog suddenly becomes lethargic and indifferent. They may spend most of their time lying down or sitting quietly, unresponsive to toys or commands. Such depressive reactions are a natural response to emotional shock. However, if they persist, professional help should be sought. Increased anxiety. The dog exhibits signs of fear. Whining, barking without apparent reason, pacing around or hiding in secluded corners. Some dogs become especially clingy, constantly seeking attention to cope with internal distress. They may frequently check familiar spots, listen for sounds, or appear to expect their owner. This condition is temporary but requires a delicate and patient approach to support. Sleep disturbances. Changes in sleep patterns are another factor. Some dogs sleep much more than usual, trying to escape emotional pain, while others become overly nervous at night as if waiting for their owner's return. Such changes indicate strong internal anxiety. Destructive behavior. Sometimes, due to difficulty in managing accumulated emotions, a dog begins to chew furniture, scatter objects, howls, or even shows aggression. This is not an act of disobedience but a way of releasing tension and anxiety that cannot find an outlet. In such cases, it's important to remain calm and avoid punishment, offering support and understanding to help the pet adapt. How to help a dog through the grieving process? Maintain stability. Try to keep a regular routine: feeding, walks, playtime. This creates a sense of security and helps reduce stress. Provide tactile contact. Pet the dog more often, speak to them in a calm voice. If they seek solitude, don't insist but be nearby to show support. Gradually introduce new experiences. Small changes in routine, new routes, toys, will distract the pet from sad thoughts. However, abrupt changes or introducing a new pet during intense grief are not advisable. They require time to adapt. Monitor physical health. If the loss of appetite lasts more than 2 days or other symptoms appear, vomiting, diarrhea, lethargy, seek veterinary assistance. Consulting an animal psychologist or behaviorist may also be beneficial. Use aromatherapy and calming remedies. Some special pheromones or natural supplements can help reduce anxiety and calm the nervous system of the dog. Always consult with a specialist before using such methods to choose the safest option. Long-term memory of a dog about its owner. A dog's memory is a special construct. They do not recall events in chronological order as humans do. Instead, they retain associations linked to feelings and scents. This is their way of preserving a connection to the past and incorporating it into their present life. Scent, voice, touch, all these remain in their memory for years and often influence their emotional state even after extended separation. There are cases where dogs recognize their owners after many years of separation, demonstrating how deep their loyalty is. Even if a pet eventually adapts to a new life, it can still react to reminders of their owner, such as old photographs, familiar belongings with their scent, or voice recordings. This helps maintain a connection and comforts them during lonely times. Why is it so important to properly handle this period? Losing an owner is a difficult experience not only for the dog but for the entire family. Coping with grief collectively and showing care can strengthen the bond between the pet and their remaining loved ones. Patience, understanding, and gentle treatment are key to helping the animal regain trust in the world. Some animals suffer more than it might seem at first glance, and their stress requires special attention and support. Over time, most dogs begin returning to normal life. They run happily again, play, and seek social interaction. But the memory of their owner remains forever. Their scent, voice, and image become part of their hearts. This loyalty makes a dog truly unique and trusting. Researchers and animal behaviorists confirm that dogs possess feelings, emotions, and that their psyche is complex, reflecting their inner world and remaining with them for life. Some believe that after death, pets have the opportunity to cross the rainbow bridge where they will reunite with their owners, and their suffering and uncertainty will finally end. This is part of spiritual beliefs and ideas often shared by pet owners and researchers. In any case, one thing is clear. A dog's sensitivity and devotion are not myths but well-verified truths, and we should treat them with great care and respect.